If I believe there's a reason for this pain I'm going through, if I believe that leaving me was all that you could do, if I believe that I can feel you by my side, I'll make it through the night. If I believe that time will teach me how to find my way, if I believe that broken hearts grow stronger every day, if I believe that now you're dancing across the sky, I just might get by. If I believe that memories won't always hurt this much, if I believe that I will see your face again, I can wait till then. If I believe I'll hold you in my arms again, I can wait. I know that I can wait. I can wait till then. I can wait till then.
Good evening, everyone. I have a special guest tonight, and his name is Frank Huntley. And I met him a while back, and he intrigued me with his man here. His name is the Pill Man. You know, and I think I saw you last year at the Learn to Cope. Is that what you were?
Yes.
And at that time, you gave me a card, and then I lost it. So I was very happy to see you at the courthouse.
Yeah. I went to Suffolk Superior Court when Purdue was having their hearing, and over 100 family members were there. And what's the gentleman's name who did all the posters?
Oh, John Lally.
He did over 200 posters of family members, and it was just so sad to see all that. So bringing Pillman up and then kind of opened a lot more eyes and with them, and to kind of show you what could happen and what did happen. And that's what I'm trying to do now, is just open eyes, so we don't keep losing those, you know, the loved ones and the friends and stuff like that, because I've lost them too, so I know.
Yes, we'll have to talk about that. But the thing is, what I feel is that together, everyone accomplishes much. So we become that team.
It's unbelievable.
A team that open up the eyes of everyone. You know, it just can't just be me. It just can't be you.
That's right.
There needs to be a whole bunch of us and say, hey, look at what is happening.
It's unbelievable, but when you get the people together in the different programs together that actually truly want to help, it's magic, you know, especially if you know it and I know it, they have to want it. But if the person wants that recovery, the magic's out there, you know, they can get it. It's going to be work. It's not going to be easy. You know, it took me a long time to come off of these drugs, you know, and for recovery, it was another year and a half just for recovery. So, and then I had to start exercising, and yeah, it all catches up.
Amazing. This man actually detoxed himself.
I quit cold turkey. Listen, my brother was on liquid methadose for 17 years, and when I first started it, I saw what he used to act like. When you're not motivated on methadose, you can actually pass out, you know, and lose control, you know. And but my brother's been on it for 17 years now. He goes to work every single day. Okay, the problem is my brother's 3 years younger than me, and my brother looks 10 years older than me. Okay, because of that liquid methadose. But back then, it was just something I didn't want to do. You know, I saw what he was going through, so I wanted to try another alternative. And then when I did quit this, my doctor said, we'll go into a 6-month program. I said, I can't do that because I have a handicapped son at home and I take care of him. So I had to come out of the box with this medicine, okay? I had to go home and I had to figure out how I was going to quit, because on October 1st of 2013, I ended up going into my doctor's office just a little bit before that, but that's when I quit, October 1st, 2013. I went in there and I said, listen, you can't write this anymore for me. I have to go home and I have to quit. She said, well, you're going to have, you know, really bad problems. I said, well, then I'm going to have problems, because there's only 2 options you gave me, liquid methadose or a rehab, and I can't do either one. So I went home and I come up with this thing, and it's the craziest thing, but I did blocks of ice. I froze my body parts. Every night my son would get the ice ready, or I'd get the ice ready, and when I'd be in the room and I start having withdrawals or any kind of pain, I'd freeze my body part. I get 15 minutes of sleep. I wake up, I freeze my body parts again, I get 15 minutes of sleep. And I did that for a year and a half. And it was terrible. I mean, it's the worst torture I ever did coming out of it. But every day I started feeling better. I started feeling stronger. And I started waking up, you know. And after that year and a half, I started going to the gym. You know, I started eating well. I started going to the gym. And then once I started going to the gym, because when I went there, I was 120 pounds when I went there, okay? When I started this whole thing and I started at the gym, it was 25 pounds. And I was terrible. My skin was dark, my skin was gray, and I wasn't taking care of my hygiene. My hair was long, my beard was long. I had a cane. This is my real cane, ladies and gentlemen, okay? My real cane is inside there, okay?
Oh, really?
So, but I choose not to use it, okay? I figured I'm too sexy now to be using that now, okay? Back then I was 120 pounds. Now I'm 180, because I started taking care of myself at the gym. I started waking up. And my biggest new high was, every time I left the gym, Frank, what's going on with you, man? You look amazing. Really, wow. Nobody told me that for all the years I was on this, you know. And so now that's my new thing. People, wow, Frank, wow. People, are you a cop? Are you security? Are you in charge? No, I'm Frank. But the way they look at me now, the way I'm presenting myself now, they're treating me different. Okay, compared to that addict on the street, when they're going to give you the double take and like, oop, oop, they don't look at me like that anymore, you know. So I believe I'm on a mission. I believe a higher power put me on this mission, had me hoard all these bottles since, you know, Jesus, 1998, okay? From 1998 to 2013, I hoarded these. No matter where I went after my divorce, when I moved, where I went, I just kept throwing them in the bags, and
One day you decided to...
Well, one day someone says, Frank, what are you going to do with all those pill bottles? And like I tell everybody on every video, the only thing I saw was me. Every pill bottle on this, ladies and gentlemen, has my name on it, okay? So every time I had to go to the doctor and I had to justify me to get that medicine, okay? And sometimes it was hard, you know. I had to fight and scream to get my pills to get out of there, because I knew if I didn't have my pills, I would have those withdrawals, you know. And that's most of the time what I cared about, you know, is this pill so I wouldn't have those withdrawals. And so I can understand why we do have a lot of people on the streets why they're struggling with these drugs, because they're afraid of those withdrawals, you know. And I'm just showing them that you can do it. Okay, it's not going to be easy. You're not going to come out of this, in a week. You're not going to come out of this in a month. You have to work at it. You know, as much work as you put into that misery that you just got yourself into, you got to do double the work to come out of it, okay? And that's what I'm trying to do, is show you that you can do work and it pays off, you know? And like I said, it's amazing that when I walk into a room, people, man, I'm like a light bulb now, you know? And I'm showing them hope, okay? I'm showing them someone that I used to be to someone that I am now, and I just want to continue to share that, you know, so.
It's a great thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what kind of pills are on here
I
besides
was,
OxyContin?
I was on OxyContin, and I was on methadone, okay? Right here, there's 420 methadone in every bottle, okay? I was allowed 12 capsules a day, 12 10-milligram capsules a day, all right? And in these bottles, I was allowed 90 OxyContin a month, okay? So I was allowed 3 every morning. So I was allowed my methadone in the morning, and then I took my OxyContin at night. I mean, my vice versa. OxyContin in the morning, 30 milligrams, and then my methadone at night. And they gave me the methadone at night because I wouldn't take so many oxys in the morning, okay? If I kept taking it, they would have to give me more and more and more. So basically, it kind of offsets it. It makes you not have those withdrawals till the next day, you know, because my worst pain was in the morning. So if I took my pain medicine for my worst pain, then my day was a lot better. You know what I mean? So, and that's how I started it. See, I had 2 surgeries when I started this, okay? I have one surgery, they shaved behind my neck and they released a bone, okay? And the second surgery, they basically came in the front way and they took a disc out, okay? And when they took the disc out, they took my hip bone, and took a piece of my hip bone, put that in my neck, then took a metal plate and put 4 screws, and that's what I live with now. They should have taken 2 discs out because I still live with a bad disc. So today, I live in chronic pain every minute of the day. Every minute of the day. Since I've come off of these, I think of something else. I put my mind somewhere else, you know, and that's what I learned in the class. When you're in pain, don't think about the pain. You think about the pain, you're going to dwell in the pain. So if you put your brain somewhere else, on a bill, on your family, on a walk, your pain will actually start going away a little bit, okay? So, but that's how I started.
Found that works?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt. And there's one that I love. I think about it all the time. It's my daughter. I went to Maine. Well, that's why I lived in Maine, okay? Because when I came off of these, I got a divorce, so I had to move to Maine. All right, and so I would come back and forth on Greyhound to pick up my kids from Worcester to Maine, and I'd be on these pills, okay? So one time, my daughter said, "Dad, I really want to see the cows." So I drove like 3 hours down there to pick her up, all excited all the way back, you know, and we finally get to go see the cows, and it's like she wants to go run and give the cow a big hug. Well, the cow sticks his tongue out about 12 inches and makes her turn around and run back to me. like, Daddy, yeah. So that right there. So when I'm in pain, I think of stuff like that. And you see the giggle, you see the laugh?
Yes, I did. I saw that beautiful smile.
Yeah, it just opens up. So think of stuff like that, and I promise you, your pain is going to be like, wow, where did that just go? Where did that go? You know, and I learned that at UMass. And I have a documentary at UMass, and because when I first came off of this, there was a physical therapist up there, and I ended up seeing her for a while, and, you know, talking about Pillman after I did that class about thinking about something else, and I met her in that class. And I said, I'd really like to see you separately, you know, and start talking to you about, you know, what's going on in my head. And a couple months later, I started building Pillman, and she didn't know, nobody knew. So it took me about 3 months to build Pillman. But then I went into the office and I said, listen, she says, how are you doing? I said, well, I'm kind of out of the box because I did something a little crazy. She said, what'd you do? I said, well, I took all my old pill bottles and I built a 6-foot robot out of it. And she said, what are you talking about? And I showed her a picture of Pillman, and it was like, wow, you know, and I'm showing reality, okay? That's what I'm truly trying to show, and it's working, you know, it's truly working. Like I said, every pill bottle is Frank Huntley, and that's what I really want you guys to pay attention to. And remember, 1 = 2 = 3, and it just keeps going and going and going, so you just got to be educated on what you're putting in your body, you know, so, and that's what I'm trying to teach them, so, you know, I'm trying.
Very good, very good. Now, give us, earlier you spoke to me and you told me about your family history. It has a lot to do with what made you decide to go into recovery. You know,
My mother died 3 months before October 1st of 2013, and that was one of the reasons.
What was she addicted to?
She was addicted to oxys. She had a couple strokes and through the years, and she ended up on that, and it ate her away too. It ate my sister away. My sister died Christmas night of this year, and my brother, like I said, he's been on liquid methadone for 17 years, and he goes to work every day. But I wish they would start weaning these people off, okay? These medicines, the methadone is supposed to be a medicine that you go in, say I was on Oxycontin. I'm supposed to go there and say, listen, I really would like to come off the Oxycontin. Can you help me? Sure, we can give you methadone, okay? Well, if they gave me methadone, say, 50 milligrams. Right now, they want to give you over 100, possibly more milligrams in some of these people, which is ridiculous, okay? Because the more milligrams you give them, the harder it is. Yeah, the harder it is to come off it. So if you went in there and you said, listen, whatever drug you did come in here on, oxys, Suboxone, whatever, we're going to give you 50 milligrams. And every week from today, we're going to wean you down 10 milligrams, okay? And at the end, you are going to get a little sick, but it's not going to be compared to the sickness you're going to get if I send you home right now, okay? I want to wean you off for the next 5 weeks, okay? I want to watch you, and I guarantee you, you're gonna come out of recovery a lot faster, okay? And a lot of these people are on pain, and that's why they take methadone too, okay? The problem is, I don't know what, everybody's different on these medications, okay? All I can tell you is what methadone and Oxycontin did to me, ate my bones away, ate my muscle away, ate my, oh my God, some things I can't even remember anymore because I believe what this drug did to me, okay? But my biggest thing is the muscle and the bone. I can only walk so long before I have to stop and take a break because my pain is just so bad. But if I stop and breathe, I come out of it, and then I just go again, because I definitely don't want this stuff again, okay? And that's what it does. It controls you, and I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't control anybody, like my brother, my sister, my mother, and my mother.
What was your mother when she passed?
My mother was, I believe, 62 when she passed. I believe. And my father passed at 42. Father passed on New Year's Eve, and my sister passed.
Was it a natural?
His was more natural. Yeah, he didn't do drugs, which was awesome,
But he was young.
He was very young. Yeah, definitely young. Too young.
Yeah, my mother died at 49. That was young.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable how, you can see somebody, and I've seen somebody, and then a couple hours later, they're gone. So you just never know when it's going to happen, but when you're taking these kind of drugs, it can happen any minute of the day,
Absolutely.
A lot quicker. And I'm seeing, more people out there and suffering, I just went to, what was that square, Davis Square? I just went there for 2 hours, Davis Square in Somerville, just before I got here. And I went downtown and I put Pillmen right on the sidewalk, and I had people come over to me. And most of them were people that had, problems with these drugs. And there was one young lady, she says, I want to go into rehab. I said, honey, if that's what you want, then you're gonna get your recovery because you want it, Just remember, if you don't want it, it's not gonna stop. Okay, you're going to want it. You should have
brought her here. We would have started her up.
Believe me, she gave me a hug on the way out and took my card, but I showed her, I said, listen, you can either stay on the path that you're staying, or you can continue the drug you're doing, and in a couple hours you're going to need another fix, okay? You give it a few more hours, you're going to need another fix. Do you want to keep doing all these, or do you want to finally get your life back, I try to tell people now, and a lot of us didn't have it, I didn't have it. If you have a job, you can actually have a life, okay? And, I tell people, you have a job, you can go buy a candy bar, you can go buy a car, you can go buy a house. But if you ain't got that and you're dwelling on, how am I going to get money, you're going to get depressed for one thing, okay? And You're going to try to come out of the box and think of other ways to come up with that, okay? So that's hurting somebody or doing something crazy when you shouldn't be doing that, okay? You should be really thinking about, man, maybe I can own a house one day. Maybe I can own a car one day, But when I was on this, I didn't care about any of that, okay? I lived in a bedroom for 5 years. The last 5 years of my life, I lived in a bedroom. And I tell people, I wish that I had that bedroom on a video, okay? Because I would bring it for tours. I mean, I would love for people would be so scared, like, holy, wow, you live like that, I smoked cigarettes back then. I drank Mountain Dew, I drank Coke and all that, and I was just a mess. Like, I didn't take care of my height, I didn't do any of that. So I changed everything, and so I try to tell them down on the square, you got to do the same thing, okay? If you want it, you can do it. Because remember, you're on this, we are all, okay? All of us on this planet for a reason. I don't care what color, what race you are, okay? Because we have other people on the planet that don't want you to go to their countries without certain papers or go on my backyard because, listen, all right? Listen. We are all here for a special reason. We all have magic in us. We just have to find that magic, and when you find that magic, I'm telling you, it's going to be incredible. My magic is, for some reason, a higher power wants me on a mission to open your eyes to make sure that you enjoy life. That when you go to the pharmacist or when you go, I don't care if you go get a vitamin, learn about these drugs that are going into your body, okay? And that's one thing that most of us don't do. People say, hey, you want to try this? Oh, give it to me. Boom, they just pop it. And then they say, oh, what did I just take? And they just realize it, okay? And some of these drugs nowadays, they're going to take you for a ride, okay? OxyContin, methadone took me for a ride. Look, I was just in the hospital a couple months ago, and I've told this story a few times. And the first thing I pulled a muscle. I pulled a muscle, and I was in UMass for 2 weeks in bed, couldn't get out of bed, with a wheelchair, had to have a catheter and everything. But for the first 2 weeks, they would say, Frank, we're going to give you oxys. No, you're not. Give me ice. So I took 5 bags of ice, took 2 here, and put 1 on top. And I did that for 2 weeks that I was there. But for those 2 weeks, I had 3 different roommates, and every one of them were on OxyContin, okay? And every one of them were every 4 hours. Can I have my pain medicine? Can I have my pain medicine? That's one of the things with OxyContin people are forgetting, okay? When OxyContin first came out, it was good for 12 hours, okay? Then eventually they said, no, wait a minute, it's not that good, so let's do it for every 8 hours, okay? And now it's every 4 hours that the doctors, and they are pumping these people in the hospital. Right now, people are saying, can I have my dose, can I have my dose, can I have my dose? Right now. So they have to really be careful, because some of those people could actually, like, wow, man, this made me feel like good, So they're going to be looking for it on the outside. The problem is the hospital only gives you 7 days now, okay? So if you have any kind of taste for that within those 7 days and it makes you feel good, and it's like if you stop taking it, it's like, oh, my body's not feeling good, I need it, you're going to turn to that heroin on the street, okay? And I want to show people that be careful of that too, okay? So just understand these drugs, and before you go to any of these alternatives, learn about them, okay? Learn. That is the biggest thing, and we're just losing way too many people, and I shouldn't be here myself, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I am a miracle from whoever put me on this planet. I am a true miracle to show you that there are miracles, and I just want to share that and give you hope, okay? I'll share some of my pictures that I used to look like. If you go on my Facebook page, you can look me up. I was 125 pounds, guys. Nothing what I look like now, okay? Now, I look a lot healthier, okay? And now I just want to share that and give hope.
Very good. Why don't you tell them what your mission is?
My mission? I have a mission to open the world's eyes, ladies and gentlemen. You can say I'm kind of an alien that came out of space when you look at him, okay? I'm kind of showing you true reality. And I'm on a mission to let the world see it. Like I just says, I was just downtown hanging at the corner for 2 hours, okay? A couple years ago, Opiate Awareness Day, I was in New York City from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. walking the streets with pill men, okay? I've been to Boston, I've been to New Hampshire. I try to go anywhere And if I see a group of people, I want to put Pillman outside, and I want you to come over, and I want you to talk to me, and I want to give you hope. But my big mission right now, it's Opiate Awareness Day, August 29th of this month, and Overdose Awareness Day on the 31st. And my mission is to get to the White House. I want Pillman at the White House, ladies and gentlemen. I want to put him there, and I want to show the world, okay? I'm not going there to see any politician, okay? I'm going there to get the media. And the media right now around the White House is amazing. It's incredible, okay? And for both of these anniversaries to come up, there has to be a huge event that's going up there right now anyway, okay? But personally, I want to go there, and I just want to stand next to the White House, and I want to put Pillman there, and I want them to understand what is happening to our families. And it's being taken controlled by these drugs, okay? So it's about time that we actually have some of these pharmaceuticals in the courtroom to face whatever they have to face, okay? But, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I want to get to the White House. I truly want to open eyes, and I need your help, all right? After the White House, I want to start going across country. I want to go everywhere, guys, okay? I don't care if I get a spot on a bus. Just squeeze me in there, okay? Tell me when I get there, and I'll get out, and I'll stand on the corner, and I will give somebody hope, okay? I will show somebody that this is not supposed to be them. And if it is them, okay, look, that's the other thing. I try to tell people, nobody can, tell you to take a pill and not take a pill, okay? And some people really need these pills, okay? Problem is that they live with people that take advantage of them when they get that pill, okay? They're not being taken care of the right way, all right? So we have to be careful about that too. And that's what I'm trying to show you, okay? Be educated when you start taking these pills. Learn about them. Say, Doc, what is this going to do to me, I mean, even to the nurses, okay? To the pharmacists, okay? And that's one of my missions is to start, apps. Look, I just became a nonprofit. I'm a 501c3, so you can help me. It's a tax deduction, and I'm truly trying to get out there, okay? But I want people to understand that they have to want it, okay? And if they want it, we can give them that hope, we can give them that help, and now that's all I'm trying to do. And I need help. I need help to get to Washington, and I don't know, something's calling me. Something is telling me to get to the White House because I think I could open millions of eyes, and that's all I want to do, okay? People, you don't have to come over to me. People would take pictures. When I was downtown, people would come over and ask me questions, and then some people would be across the street just taking pictures, like, wow, what is that? That's right, what is that? I want you to understand, look at that, because, it's not like I just went for a month. It's not like I just went for 2 months. It's not like I went for a year. For 15 years, every single time I had to go there and, get these. And I want to make sure that nobody else gets them like I did, or at least they understand what can happen. So that's why I need your help. That's why I need to share my story, Show them this 6-foot robot. Show them the guy that came out of it, to give other people hope, okay? Look, I lost family members. I lost friends. And I could cry right now, man. Believe me, I'm about to cry, okay? Because every time I think about my sister, and I've just done a couple of videos in the last couple of days, and I haven't talked about her at all. And I started crying. And I haven't shared a picture of my sister yet. And I want to share a picture of my sister, me and her. The last picture I had of the last picture I had of her, and it's so hard for families that we've lost these loved ones and we've lost these friends, and I want to help, ladies and gentlemen. I really want to help, but I need your help.
So why don't you tell him, well, first of all, he has a GoFundMe.
Yeah, I have a GoFundMe page on my Facebook page. Listen, I'm terrible with this. I have 2 of them right now, and one I'm having trouble to get into to get the funds out. But there's one that Emily Mantella and Ben Mantella are raising funds for Pillman to go to the White House. If you go on Pillman's page, and if you look up that link, it's a GoFundMe page. It will go to my nonprofit, okay? But that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for people that can actually help me put these, how to do the right fund pages, how to get the right information out there. And Right now I'm computer dumb. And I'm really trying to figure it out. And I try to share stuff all the time. But I got to do better GoMeFund pages, okay? But this one, you can go in there. And if you can help, ladies and gentlemen, believe me, when I stand at the White House, I'm standing there for you, and I'm standing there for all the families, okay? I'm not just going to go there and scream my message, okay? By yelling it, I want to show my message, okay? And I want everybody else to see it too, okay? Because this can be sadness, but this is also hope, ladies and gentlemen, okay? This is, I became hope to people to show you that you can do this, okay? We just have to know what is going into our body. That is the biggest thing, is being educated, and I wasn't. I was never educated. The only thing I cared about were not having those withdrawals, okay? So I want to make sure that you're much more educated, that you understand. If you go out with a friend and they say, hey, let's try, you know, you want to try this drug, look them up. Look the drug up before you try them, okay? Because I can't stop you from taking a drug, like I said earlier, okay? But at least you can start learning about them. And the best things about these phones nowadays, you can Google anything, and within a second, it is in front of you.
He's good with the cell phone.
So, no, I don't know a little bit, but I don't know about that. But terrible online and the cell phone. But seriously, start looking these drugs up, okay? If the pharmacist is not giving you all the information, look them up, because most of the time you got reviews out there from other people, okay? So say 20 people give a review and 18 of them are like, get the heck away from this, then you really think about it, you know? It makes you think. And that's the best thing we have right now, is that information, okay? So start looking things up, you know, and
Question your doctors?
yeah, always question your doctors, you know? Most of the time these doctors have 15 minutes to see you, okay? You got 15 minutes to go in the room, and you got to, boom, everything down the line, and then still try to get pain medicine out of it to leave, okay? And the biggest reason, look, people ask me, you know, you mad at your doctor? I said, the one that started me on this, it's like, how could I be mad at this guy? Because he never put me a day in pain, okay? And they weren't educated back then, okay? Because when this drug first came out in 1996, this drug was for people that were dying,
Right.
for people that were on cancer, serious, serious chronic pain, okay? And 1998, they called me up and said, Frank, instead of, because when they first started me on this, okay, in 96, I was kind of on Percocet, okay? And then the doctor called me up and says, Frank, instead of taking all that Percocet, we're going to give you a few oxys, and you won't have to take as many Percocet. So because you're in chronic pain, so in 1998, that's when that started.
So possibly the doctors can get all the information about the drug and how addictive it was.
But not right away. They didn't get it too quick. But starting in 98 and then beyond, I think they knew. That some of them really knew about it, you know.
Right.
And but they were being pushed to, you know, to get it out there more. Because, listen, I can't believe this now, but they're even giving 12-year-old kids Oxycontin. You break your leg, the 12-year-old, 11, okay, there you go. Wow, it's even a year younger, Jesus. And that's not the only ones, okay? I ended up going to a friend of mine's house, and a dog was out of it. You know, dog was like this, and I'm saying, you know, what's wrong with your dog, man? He said he's on Oxycontin. I said, what are you, whoa, your dog is on Oxycontin. He said, yeah, my dog just had an operation and they gave him Oxycontin. I said, no, they didn't, man. He said, yes, he's on Oxycontin. And what makes it the owner not abuse it, right? If the dog's going to get it, right, why do you think a lot of these people, they, as mean as they can be, hurt their dogs, bring them to the vet to get the drugs and to do the drugs, okay? It's sad. So we really got to start educating these people and showing them, look, because you just did that, you're going to need another prescription in a couple hours. Start thinking, okay? But look, a lot of these drugs, you know, a lot of these drugs, people start from the stress, okay? Everyday stress, okay? You could have a pain, you could have stress, you know. Somebody could be bothering you and you just want to relieve it, okay? You want to get out of there, you want to go somewhere else, and most of the time people say, well, give me a pill, let me go somewhere else. And the problem is, some of these pills, you're not going to come out of it, okay? And I certainly didn't come out of it for a long time, okay? Took me years and years and years to come, 15 years. And
Did you go into any rehabs?
no.
You never went into a rehab. You just took it upon yourself and went cold turkey.
I went cold turkey. When I was younger, a friend of the family, like a stepbrother, he had to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. So I used to go there with him, and I would listen to all the meetings, and that was when I was a kid and stuff. And when I finally came off of this, I went to my first NA meeting, okay? And that was the funny thing. I'm gonna show you miracles. When I came on, when I got on this drug, I was coming down a certain street in Worcester, okay? And when I came down the street, my arm popped out of a socket, okay? And at the bottom of that street, there was a church on the right, okay? I never thought about anything about that church, okay, for these 15 years that I was on this drug, okay? But I know at the bottom of that hill is where my arm popped, and I remember looking at that church the day my arm popped, and I took myself straight to the hospital, and that's where they started me on Percocet, okay? And so when I went there, 15 years later, I'm looking for a meeting, okay? I want to start learning about NA. When I started coming off of this stuff, I wanted to start learning about it. People said, Frank, you got to go to an NA meeting. You got to go to an NA meeting. So I said, okay. So, and I had a cane. This was my cane, and I started walking, okay? And my GPS took me the long way. It took me an extra half hour. So I ended up walking, and for some reason, I'm walking down the street, and my GPS says I'm there, and I turn. And it's 15 years later, I'm at the same church, ready to go in there for an NA meeting, okay? 15 years later after my injury. And it's telling me to go in there for that meeting. And it was like, wow. So little things like that have been like really powerful. Oh. Yeah, it really deja vu. I mean, it's like, it's telling me that you got to do this, you got to change, and it woke me up there, But when I went in there, and NA gives people hope. Oh my God, every day. NA, AA, and I love it,
I've been to NA meetings.
When I went though, they weren't giving hope. They were just telling their stories, and it made me sad, and I always feel like I want to give hope, you know what I mean? So I just started doing it on my own. I started talking to people. I started having a couple really good friends that I could go to and I could talk to, and I started going to the gym every day. I started taking care of myself every day, and I started doing my own recovery. I just met somebody at the square earlier, and he says, "Are you doing the 12 steps?" I says, "No, I quit cold turkey," and he says, "So you're okay?" I says, "Oh, listen, I'm on my path, okay? And my path right now is making me okay? I haven't relapsed in 6 years. October 1st will be 6 years, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't touched a pill. I quit cold turkey, and I have not touched a pill, and I am so proud of that." And I told him that. I said, "Listen, if the 12 steps are helping you, then you make sure you go every single day and take another step, okay? Because that is giving you that hope, okay? I don't care if it's a story that's giving you the hope, okay? Or if it's reality giving you hope, okay? Something like this. Anything that can give you hope in this world, okay? Suck it up like a vacuum, okay? Enjoy life, okay? And that's our problem. When we let things get to us, we end up doing things like this, okay? And I got carried away. More than most, I got carried away, and I want to show people, don't get carried away like I did. Bottom line, and...
like you said, it was in your family, too, so you were subject to it.
Yes, yeah, definitely, when the oxys came around, we all got into and somehow, my sister had a couple surgeries, my mom ended up having a couple strokes, she ended up getting it. My brother had his issues and ended up on the liquid methadose. Mine was pain. I ended up going there and getting them for pain, and I lost the control. I let the pills control me in every which way, morning, noon, and night. My daughter was 2 years old, ladies and gentlemen, when I started, okay, 1998. And in 2013, she was 17 years old, okay, and I quit. I took my life back. Before then, my daughter never wanted to take a selfie with me. Now she loves taking selfies with me, It's like she's proud of me. She sees that I want to make a change. I want to make a difference. And that was rough, showing these other people that I did want to do this, okay? But now I got people that like, wow, Frank, I'm telling them I want to go to the White House, and I'm telling them that I need funds, and certain people I would never think that would help me out. Here, Frank, here, take this $20, take this $40, get to the White House, because I remember you, what you did look like, back in the
You
day.
have pictures?
Yeah, I got pictures. Yeah, I got
You
pictures.
ever show them?
Yeah, of course. That's why I say go on my Facebook page and scroll down, Pillman's page, or I have 2 pages, ladies and gentlemen, okay? If you ever come on my Frank Huntley page, okay, that's me, my family, and I do a little of that. And then I have a Pillman page, and that's basically all my things that I've tried to do, like my going to Boston, going to New York City, talking at the federal courthouse, doing my documentary. That's on Pillman's page, and I try to share that. And I need help with that too. Look, like I said, I just became a nonprofit, okay, and I'm trying to build my own board right now, and I'm trying to build an incredible team that we can help educate, okay? We can give you the right information out there, okay? And just get the right information, because when you get, look, some people go into these programs, okay, and they send them to Florida, and the time they get down to Florida, okay, they say, sorry, we can't help you, but they took your money, okay? And now your loved one thinks that you're getting recovery, but you're actually trapped down the street down there in Florida, okay? Look into where you're going to get recovery.
Right, you don't want to have anybody broker you.
That's right. You really don't, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Like I said, look at the reviews, okay? When you go to a program and you really want to get into this and you really want to save your life, go to those programs and say, I want to see the reviews, okay? Make sure that you're really checking that out. Call the hospitals, call the police departments and say, excuse me, have you ever heard anything bad about this program? Because I'm thinking about coming to your town and getting my life back, okay? And maybe I can do something really special in your town because of what you just did to me. You just gave me back my life. I want to give you magic now, okay? And that's what I want to do. I want to pass my vibe on to the next person, okay? I want to make sure that you're awake, that you're thinking, okay? Bottom line, you're just thinking, okay? So either somebody gives you a drug or a doctor gives you a drug, look them up, learn about them, okay? And it's not just pills. There's other things out there. There's alcohol, there's heroin. Learn about these drugs. Look what people, like I tell people, if you looked at me my first year taking this, no problem. My second year, no problem. But if you look after me after 5 years, after 10 years, you'd say, wait a minute, that's what that drug's doing to you? That's what your body looks like after all these years? And it did. It decayed, okay, because I didn't take care of myself, and I let it go, okay? But it doesn't mean everybody that takes pills lets it go, okay? All right? Some, they've been taking their medicine, okay, say for 10 years right now, straight, perfectly. They've had no problems whatsoever. The problem is, if these hospitals close or these pharmacies close and they ain't got their medication, they're gone, okay? They're going to truly understand what these withdrawals are totally about, okay? Because I get people online, well, I've been taking it perfect for years. Of course you can do that for years, okay? It's that one thing that messes you up. Like my doctor, he's no longer a doctor, so I had to justify myself in getting more pills. So I didn't want to justify myself, okay? It was either go find another doctor or go home and quit cold turkey, and that's what I did. And I want to show other people that you have that inner power. You can do it. But some of these drugs, make sure you are getting weaned off them. The methadone clinic, tell them, listen, I just heard somebody say, they move you up to such a high dose and you have to wait so long to come off it. Tell them, listen, this is why I'm coming here and this is why I need help. Even if it's with a pill, okay, I don't care what it is, start weaning yourself off it, okay? I did something total, like I said, out of the box, quit cold turkey, froze my body parts, and got sick as a dog, okay? When I was on this medicine, I wouldn't go to the bathroom for weeks, okay, because of this medicine, okay? And then when I quit this medicine, that's all I would ever do, okay? So this medicine really messes with your insides, okay, in every which way, and I really, truly want you to learn all of it, okay? So
Thank you, Frank.
Yep.
There's only a few things that I'd like to say. First of all, I have Frank's GoFundMe site on some of Overcoming Addiction, as well as Mothers Against All Odds.
Thank you.
Please help Frank get to the White House. He doesn't want to see Trump. He doesn't want to see any politicians. He's just
really don't,
going
guys.
out in front to stand there with Mr. Frank, the
Look,
pill man.
I want to take a car. I'll sleep in the car, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I really want to be there from the 29th to the 31st, okay? And I just want to go park and sleep and then come back first thing in the morning at 6 in the morning and be there all day long, all right? And then on the way back, I want to stop at different cities and different towns and show this hope, okay? Show this, what could truly happen, okay? And I want the worst neighborhoods ever, okay? I don't care. I want where the people really need help. I want to show them that that's what I used to look like. I was worse than you, okay? Or maybe I was just like you, and now you can be just like me, clean. You can actually have your life back, okay? But as I kept saying through the whole show here, you have to want it, but fight it, because I'm telling you, the things you're going to come out of this with, it's amazing. You know what you're going to do? You're going to get your friends back, some of them. You're going to get some of your family back, okay? And the biggest thing is, you're going to get yourself back. So please, look Pillman up and learn about me, because I'm coming, but I'm truly coming to help. And thank you and bless every one of you. And please, share me, all right? And I'll be the crazy guy on the street corner that wants to give hope. So if you want, come over and give me a hug, because I just want to share that vibe with you, and so you can share it with somebody next. All right, so let's start helping people. And the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen, remember, this does not discriminate against anybody, okay? I don't care what race you are, like I said earlier, okay? So please, don't judge. That's the last thing anybody on this planet needs to do, is judge them, okay? Because believe me, I had no control, all right? You could tell me as much as you wanted to, and I still don't have that control. I had to find it, and I did. And now I want to share other people how to get it. So help me, all right? Because I promise you, we're going to save lives together. We're going to open eyes together. And I need the world's help, okay? I really do. I want to make a huge statement, and I believe the White House is going to help me do that. So please go to my GoFundMe page, on my Facebook page, and say a nice compliment. Yeah, it's under Pillman. If you go under Pillman Facebook page, like I said, it's under Emily Mantella and Ben Mantella. Help Pillman go to the White House. GoFundMe page, okay? A nonprofit again. Please help, ladies and gentlemen. And I promise you, I'm coming to help you and your children too, as much as I can, all right? Please bring them to me, all right? Leave them with me. Tell them to call me at 3 in the morning. That's what I tell my people now on Facebook. I talk to people 3 in the morning. Just last night, for the last couple nights that I've been sharing my things on my page, people, just coming, telling me about their loved ones that's passed, and I'm telling them that I'm trying to make sure that we don't lose any more loved ones. So again, please help me. Please help me.
Do you know that there's 6 people that die every day in Massachusetts? There's 35 now in the country. It's the #1 epidemic. I mean, #1 killer of people 50 and under. All right, is overdoses. And I feel the same way you do. What I want parents to do is always question your doctors. If you ever find out your child is addicted, find out what you can do to help them.
That's right. That's right. But that's the other thing too. When somebody else is on this drug and you're around that loved one, you end up walking on eggshells. Okay?
You do.
You do. You're totally on eggshells. It's like, should I say something? If I say something, he or she's not going to talk to me, or they're not going to want to see me, and then they're going to tell me to mind my own business, right? Seriously. So really be careful, okay? And a lot of family members, really want answers. Why is my son, why is my daughter acting this way, For 17 years, they were running to me, giving me hugs and kisses, and on the 18th year, they decided, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't need to do this anymore, because they found one of these drugs. And when they find one of these drugs, it shuts them down, okay? They don't want to hug anybody. The only thing they want to do is hug themselves most of the time, okay? And they get lost, okay? So, just don't give up on these guys, okay? Look, it took me 46 years to find myself, truly, okay? And now that I've found myself, it's amazing. My birthday was just last Wednesday, and it was 5.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. It was 5 years I haven't had a cigarette, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So, look, I tell other people, look, 2013 I quit my pills. 2014 I quit cigarettes after 30 years because somebody told me I couldn't quit. Got me so mad. I quit a week later on my birthday back then. It's like, I can't quit, I just quit pills. So I haven't had a cigarette, and I thank God every day that he did that to me, because it gave me the willpower. It's like, wait a minute, I just quit those pills, and I did it. I quit and then a year later, I was drinking Mountain Dew for 25 years after all these other addictions, and I decided to quit that 2015. And I haven't had a Mountain Dew since 2006. And then 2017, I quit all Coke and Pepsi. So I have changed my life since I have come off these OxyContins, okay? And like I tell everybody else, when you start coming back and you really want your life back, remember, just because you quit that drug doesn't mean you're going to get your body back, doesn't mean you're going to get your life back, okay? Take control of everything else in your life. Start learning. If you can take control of the pills, you can take control of the other parts. I promise you. Go slow. Ask family, ask friends, you know, start Googling it, learn about it, okay? I don't care what it is online. I tell people, like my daughter, you want toilet breaks? Google it, you know? Start learning about these things out there, and start learning about this beautiful planet. Get out of the bedrooms and start going to the parks, start going on vacations, start going to visit your friends, because I promise you, if you're out, you're going to take amazing pictures, and you're not going to be thinking about these drugs, okay? And they're not going to affect you and your family and your friends, because right now everybody is affected, okay? We got these people that are doing heroin. We got these people that are doing some serious drugs that make people look like zombies walking these streets, you know, and I want to make sure that that's nobody in your family. So please be aware of what's out there, and make sure when you see somebody, don't judge them. Try to help them. If you see somebody like that suffering, call an ambulance. Don't just drive by, okay? Call an ambulance, get them help, and you'd be amazed, okay? So please help. All right, and don't judge. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to come on the show to share my awareness. And that's all I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is show you that nobody wants to live like this. Okay. Now he comes with me everywhere I go. He's my roommate. Yeah, he makes sure I'm straight every single day. And I wake up, I look at him. It's like, okay, I'm straight. That's good. Where's my water? You know, and that's what I wake up.
Does he bring it to you?
I wish. I'm actually looking for somebody right now, because I have a dolly. I'm looking for somebody at one of the colleges, you know, because I've spoken at Worcester State College like 3 times now, which is amazing. But I'm hoping one of the colleges actually make a base so he's on remote control. And I was talking about a remote control one, and somebody else was saying, why don't you just have a sensor on you and he'll just stay next to you the whole time? Wow. I said, that's even better. And they do have stuff like that. So anybody wants to help me get him moving, let me know, okay? Because he comes alive in other ways, but I would love to see him walk down the street.
Tell him what it does. We have a few minutes.
Oh, well, he talks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I built a true education piece, okay? I did a documentary. I've spoken at Worcester State College 3 times. I've spoken at the federal courthouse. He comes alive. I put a talking box on him. Okay, I can hook up my iPhone, and he'll tell you my message. He has a heart, okay? When I was on this medicine years ago, I ended up getting high blood pressure because I was so stressed out. When am I going to get this? When am I going to get that? So they gave me blood pressure medicine. And I stopped that cold turkey, too, when I stopped this medicine, and it's been pretty good. It's been really good. So now, basically, he's an education tool, and
you gave him a heart.
I gave him a heart. He lights up. He actually does like 4 different songs.
Oh, really?
He does 4 different songs. He comes alive, and the Halloween kind of, you know, but kind of eye-opening ones too. There's a couple of them, but I've never played them for anybody. Okay, the only time I've had him on the air in my Facebook page, but I think that was when I did UMass, and I had like 15 nurses and doctors there, and I brought Pillman into the room, and I said, look, this is what could happen to your patients. You have to be the ones that remember, we don't want to go home like this. We want to go home, you know, fixed, okay? But most of the time, they want to give you that pill so you know, I'm in pain, I can't sleep. The easiest thing a doctor can do is write a prescription. That is the bottom line, okay? And that's what my doctor did. Didn't want me to suffer, so he wrote me a prescription.
What was your pain level?
There you go. Isn't that incredible? Yeah. My pain level right now, if I was normal, like I say an 8.
You're not normal?
No, but I mean, that's what they, I'm definitely not normal, believe me, ladies and gentlemen. But me standing outside with a 6-foot robot, okay, anything could happen at any given time. But I don't care. I'm going to stay there, okay? The cops come. I don't care who comes, okay? When I went to Purdue Pharmacy, okay, within the first 5 minutes, the cops showed up. Within the first 5 minutes, the cops showed up, and they came over, they talked to me, and I had them on a dolly. Okay, I wasn't, blocking any sidewalks or anything, so it was actually perfect, and I stayed up there to show Purdue, look what you're doing to these families, okay? And so I want to stand anywhere that I can, okay? Anywhere that I can give.
Too bad we didn't have you at FDA. We were there with Dominic and a whole bunch of us.
I want them all. So is anybody, you see an event that you'd like to invite Pillman, please let me know, okay? But remember, I'm just starting out, and I need help. All right, but if you want to help me and support me, I promise you, we're gonna truly open eyes, and that's all I want to do, okay? And just help. I don't know what, somebody is telling me I need to do this, and it's the most beautiful thing in the world, and it just wants me to get up and do it again, okay? Especially I went downtown a couple hours ago. Those people, they just made me feel so good that I was there and I actually got to talk to them, and I feel like I'm here for a reason, for you to see this tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just like I was downtown and they were supposed to see me, okay? And I need you to share this with other people, okay? Say, we had some nut last night go on TV, and he brought a 6-foot robot to educate and to show our families that we're all important. We just need to be educated. We need to know, all right? And that's all.
And don't trust your physician.
Oh, no,
Find
not 100%.
out
That's
what
right.
drugs you're on, get second opinions, whatever is necessary, because sometimes they just get incentives to give you drugs, and you don't want that. But anyway, it says, Pillman, one man's fight to overcome opiate addiction. And that's what Frank Huntley is trying to do.
And I've been trying to do it since October 1st of 2013. But now, like I said, October 1st of this year will be 6 years that I'm clean.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
So, that's when we started Somerville Overcoming Addiction.
Really?
It was May of 2013, because that's when Governor Patrick Duvall had said that we had an epidemic in the state.
Imagine that. And I didn't, just before, mine was because my doctor gave up his license and I decided to quit. I didn't know anything about an epidemic. I didn't know anything about anybody getting on all these pills. I always thought it was hard, because back then you could go into one doctor and get a prescription, and then you can go downtown to another doctor and get another prescription.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I never did that.
In Florida, too.
Never did I do that one time. I always thought you get caught doing that, so I stayed with my thing, okay? But then I heard afterwards, oh, didn't you do that? Didn't you go down? No, I didn't do that, okay? Now you can't, which is nice.
We have 5 seconds left.
Bless everyone and thank you. Please help Hillman.
Thank you for watching, and thank Frank for coming.
Thank you. Again, thank you, Joanne.
I'm very, very happy that you came here to give you a message.
Well, thank you, and
like I said, we have the it was still on YouTube in your page. So what I'm going to say is that we need all the help we can get, not just with Frank's mission,
that's right.
but with all of our missions.
That's right.
We need them to realize what they've done to us, our families. And on September 29th, I will be having a vigil here in Somerville.
I'm going to try to be there.
I hope to have you here.
I'm going to try to be there, okay? 99% right now I'm saying I'm going to be there, okay? It's that 1%.
The location is Warehouse 11, which is across the street from the Somerville Media. And I'm going to have a buffet, and I want people to come and talk. I want them to feel, and I will have help there. We'll have Grasp. We'll have other Alicia's Angels team sharing. We'll have people that will be able to help you with your loss if you're looking for help.
Hey, if you're looking, see, it's out there. So go, run, go get it and get your life back.
Good night, everyone.
Remember that magic?
That's right. We all got it.
We all got it.
We just have to use it.